Now this story right here, it's a hard one. It's a hard story. I met this girl named Precious around Greenwood. Now Precious, she was a real skinny chick. You know those real skinny toothpick type chicks? Well, she's just no meat on her bones, but she got 5, 6 kids. It's crazy. It's the craziest shit ever. How the hell you spit out all them kids, but you still look like you ain't had a damn baby? And with all these kids, it was hectic. Like any single mother with a bunch of kids, it was a lot to deal with. Any given day, you would see kids in and out the door, people in and out the door. I've never been in her house, but the times that I've seen the door open, I don't want to put this girl down. I don't want to bash her, but I'm pretty sure that y'all can get an idea of what I'm trying to say. I think she had at least 4, I don't want to be wrong, 3 or 4 different baby daddies, and most of them wasn't in their life. You know, I think I probably seen one father come around, and he didn't come around much. You know, she would be considered your typical hood rat, your typical hood chick with a bunch of kids who just like to fuck. You know, loud, fighting. That's what I consider your typical hood chick. Honestly, those chicks I stayed away from growing up. Only thing I wanted them for was sex. That was it. Any chick that I wifed up had to be a certain standard. I know Mr. Player had standards. Yes, if you was my girlfriend, you want no ghetto ass chick who didn't give up about her appearance or how she acted or how she conducted herself. You know, I was real picky about that part, and she was that type. Sometimes I would see her younger kids, you know, the youngest ones, like I'm gonna say 2, 3 years old, outside by themselves. And if they're not out there by themselves, they out there with their older brother, but their older brother ain't nothing but 6, 7, you know. I'm outside, I'm chilling, but it was a summer day. I go to walk around the corner to go re-up. He don't like pulling up at my apartment to bring me whatever he gonna bring me. So I gotta meet him on the other side. I go get straight and I'm coming back the other way. I didn't come back the same way I went. So when I'm coming back the other way, I could see her 2-year-old daughter outside by herself, just walking outside by herself. And it's this older kid. He's about 8, 9, he's about 8, 9 years old. Smacking her. Smacking her in the face. Just smacking her up in the face. And I walk over there and I yoke the little boy up. I said, bro, that's a little girl, man. So she keep copying me. I'm like, so? Even if she put her hands on you, bro, she fucking 2, 3 at best. 3 tops. And he's sitting there smacking this girl up. But if she wasn't even out there by herself in the first place, this wouldn't even be happening right now. It should be somebody holding her hand right now. My 3-year-old son, I couldn't imagine him walking around this neighborhood, even a nice neighborhood, by himself. I don't want to sound like I'm putting full blame on her, bro. I do not want to sound like that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying there is a lack of education in our community when it comes to shit like this. Because if the mother is this way, that means the mother was a certain way that raised her. That means that she's going to raise this little girl to be a certain way. And it's never going to end. And that's how the cycle continues, bro. Because don't nobody break that motherfucker. Because ain't nobody giving you knowledge to break it. You're not around sound mind people to break that fucking cycle. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I really want y'all to answer this question for me. Do y'all think that is neglect, having your kids outside that young by themselves? My daughter is 5. My son is 3. And they can't leave my sight, inside or outside the house. I need to know exactly where they at all times. I don't take chances with my babies. Sometime down the line, I don't know if she either gets put out for something, evicted for something, or she just moves. I'm not sure. But I know she ends up moving away from Greenwood before I did. I'm not sure. It was either after or before. I'm not sure. But the next time I end up seeing Precious, she actually lives in the apartment complex where my ex lives at. Now, the only reason I was in contact with my ex was for business reasons. You know, she used to cop smoke from me. Sometimes I'll go over there, drop the smoke off, or she'll meet me somewhere in the parking lot. And one of these days, I see Precious walking inside her apartment. Now, me and her never was close like that. We would speak here and there, but we never really sat down and chopped it up and had a conversation. It was always in passing. But my ex was just kind of giving me the scoop on everything, on what was going on with her. And this same ex, she actually spots me in the store the other day and told me the whole thing. I got terrible news on what happened, and this is what happened. So one day, not one day, but through a few days, her son complaining about stomach aches, like constantly throwing up, constantly throwing up. So she tries to give him home remedies. You know, as parents, the first thing we're going to do is try the things that we already know how to do. We're gonna give you some Tums or give you some ginger ale, tell you to lay down and get some rest. Could be something you ate. Wait a few days and actually see what it is. But it don't let up. Like, he's still throwing up. He still got stomach aches. She takes him to a hospital in the area. Now, the closest hospital to where she lives at is a hospital in my city that a lot of people talk about as trifling. Like, a lot of people call this hospital trifling. They bad staff. They don't like you. If you black or if you on Medicaid or if you on any type of government assistance, they treat you a certain way. And that's in a lot of places. When they see you got food stamps or they see that you got WIC, a lot of those things get people treated differently, which ain't fair. Because, a lot of people's situations, they can't help. Some people don't warrant a certain treatment because they're in a certain situation. Now, do some people put themselves there? Yes. Do some people have the opportunity to not be in that situation? Yes. But we're talking about the people who has to be in that situation and they have no other choice. A single mother with 5 or 6 kids, I would see that as not having a choice. How could you go to work and take care of 5, 6 kids? I'm saying 5, 6 kids because I don't really remember how many. And I think she had another one. I'm not sure. So I'm saying 5 or 6. I think it was even 7. I'm not even sure, though. Don't get me lying. She get to the hospital. The doctors, they end up asking her, is he having a regular bowel movement? Is he pooping regular? Is he going to the bathroom like he should? And from the information that I got, the answer was she don't really know. Before I move forward, I just want to say, when it comes to my son and daughter, I'm on top of their poop like flies. Forgive me for the verbiage, but I'm dead serious. I make sure I find out if they poop today. I need to know this. Later on the night, my son say his stomach hurt. That's one of the first things I'm going to ask. Hey, babe, did he poop today? How much water did he drink today? I'm asking all those questions. If I wasn't there, if I'm out here recording or something, those are the questions I'm going to ask. If it keeps progressing or it don't let up, then I'll take him to the hospital and really find out what's wrong. And then when I get there, I'm going to know exactly what to tell the doctor. I'm going to know to tell the doctor, hey, he ain't been pooping, or hey, he ate something wrong, or he got poisoned. I'm going to know exactly what to tell the doctors. When you take your child to the doctor, they got to know what's going on, not just the symptoms. They got to know what they did before the symptoms. They got to know what they ate. They got to know all of this, what time it was, the duration of they got to know all of that. So if you don't have the answers, if you don't tell them the right things they need to know, they may not check for the right things. A stomach ache can be a lot of things. But when she found out what it really was, she would have never thought it. They tell her, hey, give her some Tums, let him lay down, take a rest, get some good sleep, all that good stuff. They put some fluids in him. So when he got back home, first thing he did was went to sleep. That next day he wake up, he said he feeling better. He said he feeling good. He goes to school and everything. Get back home, everything good. Now, that night when they go to sleep, she says that in the middle of the night, she woke up around 3, 4 in the morning. She was worried because he was quiet. Now, the reason why I would think she would say that is because maybe she's just so used to him waking up saying his stomach hurt, or she hear loud noises, or, snoring. I don't know. But she goes to check on him, and he's not moving. He's not breathing. He's kind of cold. Shaking him. He's not moving. And by the time she called the police or the ambulance, she already know her son is passed away. He's gone. Having to tell the siblings they're not going to see their brother again. The mother who just lost one of her kids. The hospital who get the news and find out, damn, we could have saved this child. So a few days in, she finally get the autopsy back. The cause of death is a pinched nerve on his small intestine. Never would have thought that. But then she finds out why it's a pinched nerve. She finds out why he even had a pinched nerve on his small intestine. And that was because he was not pooping at all. He wasn't going to the bathroom at all. Not constipated and he'll poop one day and don't poop the next. No, he hasn't been pooping. And I'm going to say, and I really don't want to sound harsh, I don't want to sound like I'm putting this girl down, but that starts with feeding your kids the healthier choice of foods. But then that also starts with having a stable environment to do all of that. It's already unstable because she has 5, 6 kids with no fathers around to help out with the day-to-day. It's hard with my 2 kids, so I can only imagine having 4 more. But as parents, it's no excuse. Now, she could be one of those mothers that wasn't taught because her mother was the same type of mother. So she don't even know that what she's doing or not doing is not the right thing. It's not the right way because she wasn't taught the right way. She wasn't given attention the way she should have. So therefore, the attention she's not giving to her kids, she don't know that it's not okay. If I was her, I would only feel responsible. If I was her, I would feel solely responsible for it because that was something that could have been completely avoided. Now, if I'm wrong about why he got the pinched nerve, I'm sorry, I apologize in advance, but that's the story that I got. When you backed up like that and you not pooping, you will eventually start throwing up. And from what I hear, it's a dark colored throw up. It's dark colored vomit. And I think his funeral already happened. I'm not sure, but he was 8 years old. 8 or 9 years old, man. Passed away due to a pinched nerve in his stomach because either the mother was too negligent or the mother was uneducated and the fathers was just too deadbeat to be around to help out. It's so many factors that go into why this happened. It's so many goddamn trickle down effects that, hey, if this didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. Boy had no chance from the get-go, bro. Something simple as that, bro, could be changed just by diet. And it scared me because my son has been having stomach aches on and off, but he ain't been throwing up. It's just gas. We found out it's just gas. He a little fat boy. My son chunky, man. Boy, eat you out of house or home. But yeah, that's the story I wanted to give y'all today for the members. And the message I do want to leave, I know I probably already left a message, but no matter how you was taught, raised, or brung up, man, you got to know at some point or some time in your life that the way that you raising your kids is not the right way. Look at other kids and compare them to yours and figure out, why does this kid have more manners? Why is this kid more healthy? Why does my kid have these problems but that kid doesn't? If you got to do that, do that. Real shit, real talk. I would rather overlove and spoil my kids before I neglect them just a little bit because they ain't asked to be here. Whether it was an accident or it was planned to have that child, they didn't ask to be here. And until that child is 18, you are solely responsible for that child. And even after, you're still responsible for that child, in my opinion. That's just how I am morally. Kids need guidance. Kids need direction. We are their parents for a reason. Act like it, man. Fucking act like it, bro. I shouldn't be telling this story right now. But y'all stay safe. Y'all stay positive. I'm going to get back at y'all with another one. I got another one cooked up already. Till next time.
I go extra hard on that hard flow.
Call me, D.